Fuck GameStop.
Wow. We're back, and that shit is very loud.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been a really long layoff.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, we've been off for a little bit. Partially because we're grown-ups, and partially because COVID, and partially because we'll blame just random adult reason here that we haven't been recording.
I'm going to blame the Nazis.
That's a good thing to... All right, if you disagree with Adam that we've been off because of the Nazis, it's a trap, right? Because now you're supporting the Nazis? What, are you going to support the Nazis? You're not going to fall for that, right? That's the best Queen's Gambit ever. Didn't know you had tournament chess in you, Adam. You're the man. So, but we are back, and we we have been kind of like doing other stuff. We've been, I know you have the Can't Sleep series.
I need to finish it. I have a number of other games that have come up, and I'm like, I should probably get some of these out there.
You know,
so Resident Evil was 50%. Resident Evil 3 was 50% off this weekend. So
you copped it.
I bought it. Yeah,
you copped it.
So
all right,
that up, so.
Nice. However, I will say this: I've been thinking about doing a brand new series. Even though I have been kind of dabbling, and I'm learning the streaming thing, and it's pretty cool. But I've been thinking of doing I'm grown and I can't play fucking games on opening weekend. I have to tighten that title up. But like, there's such a backlog of games that I have where I'm like, oh, it's like what you said, like, yo, this game is on sale. I'm gonna cop it. Like, I have Death Stranding attached to my PlayStation 4 right now. I pre-ordered a PS5, and the PS5 is going to get here before I get to play that game. The whole pre-order story is for another time, but the point stands.
I think Death Stranding was on sale this weekend too, but I didn't buy that because I have more stuff to do than a walking simulator.
Yeah, the FedEx simulator, as I've seen people affectionately call it.
With time travel issues and aliens, maybe?
I don't know. It's Hideo Kojima, so it's going to be weird.
Whenever you get around to playing it, you let me know.
You know, I was sitting down the other day. This is a horrible segue, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. And I was thinking about when I was at Star Wars Celebration 2017. It was right before Last Jedi, and it's a
great time to be alive.
Oh yeah. Oh, the trailer for Last Jedi, where
right before Last Jedi, right before
it. Well, you know, like it was a trailer where, you know,
Star Wars is back. You know, you've got a new movie coming out. You don't know what it's going to be, but the first one wasn't so bad. Like, you were like, oh, they're you know, putting a lot of effort into this. Great, you know. And then, you know, you got, you know, panels and a whole thing. You've got Celebration, which is only like, you know, less than a day's travel to get to and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of like positives, and then Last Jedi happened, and the whole universe of Star Wars fans erupted and fought each other and like
fuck them.
Blamed each other for everyone else's problems.
Yeah. If you didn't like Last Jedi, you can, you know, just go fuck off.
People were united for Star Wars, and then Last Jedi happened, and then like battle lines were drawn.
It's always that. It's always like, yeah, Star Wars is dead. No, it's not dead. It's, if you think it's dead, you know, I'm not going to tell you what I really want to say because I'll probably be blamed if you do it. But like, I mean, come on. Anyway, the episode 8 trailer was there, and to talk about drawing battle lines, Battlefront 2 had a trailer there.
Yeah.
That's another one where that came out. That was a whole thing. Peter Mayhew, I'm doing the sign of the cross, but, you know, Peter Mayhew was there. Anthony Daniels was there. Warwick Davis,
he's in every single Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi.
Warwick Davis is a fucking G. Like, he did a whole, like...
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, too.
Yeah, he did a whole, like, sketch kind of, thing. Like, we sat in the audience. He is an entertaining motherfucker. But the weird thing was that I met on my way in on the first day, I was walking and I saw a dude in front of me that I'm like, I know that guy from somewhere. You ever have that happen?
Yeah.
And
then I usually try and hide my face because I'm like, I don't want him. I don't recognize him.
Exactly.
I don't want him to know who I am. I don't want him to recognize me in case it's a mutual thing. So you kind of like ignore. You put your back to him and you talk to your friends. Like, please forget I exist. But the person don't notice me, please.
But the person that I met was this guy Jesse Wellens. And if you don't know who he is, that's fine. But he is a YouTuber, but he was at one point one half of this channel called Prank versus Prank. And I consider like watching prank channels is like a guilty pleasure of mine. I consider Prank versus Prank the pioneers of couple pranks. They're the ones that started and made it like super popular. They had a show when YouTube Red was a thing. They were one of the first ones on there. And
back with PewDiePie gets scared at stuff.
Yeah.
I think Cobra Kai was on that too. Was on YouTube Red.
Yeah, Cobra Kai was on YouTube Red initially, and now it's on Netflix. Go freaking watch that show. That show is really funny, really good. It hits all the buttons. But I see Jesse Wellens, and I remember one of the most awkward things, I couldn't even finish this video, was the Prank versus Prank breakup video where they're explaining to people, and granted, the demographic for this is...
So it's a husband and wife team? Or
it's a boyfriend-girlfriend team where they did pranks on each other. Yeah. And and granted, the demo for this is like 15 years south of where I am right now. So that's why I say it's a guilty pleasure, because I have no fucking business watching this shit. But I do. So whatever. But
don't be embarrassed. It's all right.
No, I'm not embarrassed. It's
on the internet now.
It's a guilty pleasure because whatever, it's something you can put on in the background. And then Schadenfreude is like... It's a thing. It's part of my nature. I just like seeing people get pie in the face. But regardless of all of that, their breakup video, it was one of those things that turned it from like clown comedy to like, oh shit, these are people. Like what?
This is ruining lives.
Why have you brought your sad clown to me?
Yeah.
And so, like, dude is there by himself. I have a picture I took a picture with the dude. I'm like, hey, you're the guy from this, right? And I think I told him the catchphrase, but in my mind, I'm like, do I ask him about this shit? Like, yo, how's it? How you doing, man? Like, you almost feel like you're friends with the person because you see so much of them.
Mm-hmm. There's a number of YouTube things I watch that I feel like I know these people.
Yeah, so if you run into them, you're like, "Hey, how's the hangnail or whatever?" You know,
and then they're like, "Who are you?"
I was there. I've seen all the things.
Most of my people have been at Comic Cons and stuff too, and they're already like, famous people. But a lot of their personal shit's out there in the public world too. So
which is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever see me somewhere, act like you don't know me. Even if you do, like, just, yeah. But in any case...
I'll smile and nod at you. Yes, you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have no idea who you are.
But my interaction with Jesse Wellens was, like, very short. It was, hey, can I take a picture? Took a picture. And I think my brother-in-law took a picture with him. And then that was it. We were out. We went off. And, I mean... It's Star Wars Celebration, so
you have other shit to do.
Yeah, I have very important business to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, that is going to be a good segue into this is the return after a short break of the End of a Species podcast. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Adam.
I almost said I'm Adam, but I know that I'm Jeff. And today I want to talk about, and I think we're going to do a little bit of ranting about the couple prank YouTube channels. And there's a reason that we want to get into this. Like, Adam and I are both married, not to each other, but we're married, and like we've
Not that there would be anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. You would make a perfect provider for, I guess, for me in this.
Why do I have to be the one that works?
Because I'm the wife in this scenario. Oh, no, don't write letters. I'm not saying the wife has to stay. Whatever. We're not married to each other. Is the point? Is the thing you should take from all the bullshit I just said. But we got time in, man. Like we know what the fuck is the deal, right? And so when I see couple pranks today, they're not like they were 4, 5, 6 years ago when these two people were doing it, where I made you a sandwich and there's a worm in it. Ha 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 ha.
Or there's a sardine in your ham and cheese.
Yeah, like oh ha ha, or hey, I threw ice on you while you were showering. Baga baga. Like yeah, even that is a little bit of a like I wouldn't go that far, but I'm not a prank type person when it comes to marital, happy wife, happy life. So you're not gonna like, oh, I froze you to death in the shower, and the 2 minutes you have of peace in your life, I'm gonna throw ice on you and laugh and film it.
Yeah.
On top of that,
and film it and then throw it on the internet. Yeah.
But no. Couple pranks now are more like, your wife, like, it's okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario.
It's like bad Real World or Jersey Shore shit.
It's so bad because let me give you a scenario. Would you ever, let's say your wife was spending time with her family and you're at home chilling and she calls you and she's like, all right, I'm done doing what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave here in like 15 minutes. Would you send her a text message as a joke that says, oh shit, she's leaving early. You got to leave the house now. Get out of the bathroom.
No.
Because how quickly?
Because that's, first of all, that's questionable in and of itself because, like, I don't like having other people in my house in the first place. And then second of all, like, there's no one there and now you're going to get questioned about who the fuck was in the bathroom.
Yeah. And now that's a fixture in the mind of the person that you are asleep and unconscious with next to, and a good portion of the night. That's a couple prank now. The couple prank is, I'm going to send you a text message, but I'm going to do an intro. And this is where I'm not going to say millennials because it's not all of them are millennials, but it's younger people.
These are people in their 30s doing it too.
In some cases, yeah. But it's people that are in, like, you don't see, I did this trick on my wife. Right, it's usually boyfriend, girlfriend, like we've been together less than 5 years kind of shit. And even that is risky. It is risky as hell.
Well, at 5 years, so just as a generalized thing, like at 5 years, you've probably moved in together. You're probably living in a nicer place than you could probably afford on your own. You probably have shared income and shared utilities and foods and trips and plans and photo albums, and whether it's physical or, on a cloud or something anywhere, like you've developed a personal history of things.
You got a lot more to lose.
That you are now risking.
Yeah.
At the sake of a ha-ha.
Exactly. And so, like, they'll do things.
Not to make light of, like, personal companionship and emotional support and that kind of thing. But, like, just, once that person goes away,
yeah.
Now this is the stuff that you're at risk of
your
losing. Your
landlord or mortgage company is going to want their dough, and so those Chinese food boxes are not going to throw themselves away. And what are you going to be warm by yourself? Like, I don't get it. But in any case,
your dog's not going to get a job.
Yeah, no. And so, like,
be that other half of your income.
The thing is that, like, I see this and I'm like, you are inviting. I see a scenario where most of the time when they do the reveal, they're like, haha, there's the camera, I'll show you the intro. God forbid one of these days, people do a prank where it's like, Here's one that doesn't really have the intro is the only thing that can save you. You look at your wife and you call her some other girl's name, but just like flippant, like, hey, can you pass the ketchup, Sandy? And your wife's name isn't Sandy. Now, if you do not have, like, you can have a camera set up, but you're YouTubers, so you always have a camera set up. If your intro got deleted somehow,
Yeah.
you ever had an electronic device fail on you? Is that a thing? Could that possibly happen?
Yeah. You forget to put the memory card in?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you think you're recording and all of a sudden something falls apart? That couldn't possibly happen, could it? And so now what? Now you have to convince, especially like some people go the extra mile and they have an ex named Sandy. And they're saying their ex's name. What? And now you have to convince your significant other that, oh, it was just a prank for the thing, but the intro got deleted.
Yeah.
Come on, son. Don't be stupid. You're gonna add some strife into your shit, and eventually that's going to build up and blow over, and you're gonna get jacked up. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, also, I mean, like, why would you do something at the level of that's so blatantly hurtful to someone you claim to care about?
You be giving people PTSD with that shit.
Well, maybe he'll get PTSD because he's just entered into a war zone for what he's been doing.
Well, here's one. Everybody FaceTimes their boo now, right? When they're not together. And so you're FaceTiming your girl, but you have a wig next to you under your arm that looks like a girl's head of hair. And you kind of angle the camera so the wig is on there for a total of 3 frames. Doesn't matter if it's 1 frame. Girls have better eyesight than we do. And then it's like, who is that? What do you say to that? What happens if that footage gets deleted? And especially if she's far away and now she got to get home. Like, who is that? Okay, it's nobody. See, haha, it was a wig. But the thought, like, you're training the brain to start thinking in that way so that things that you do off camera are going to seem weird, right?
So is this the thing where, like, somebody starts dating someone they think is normal, but they've been through one of these relationships before, and you're like, girl's crazy. It's like, she won't leave me alone. It's because they've had a dude that's been, teasing them and doing pranks and shit, and now they're all paranoid.
It's possible.
So
I'm going to tell you that I've seen...
Where are you and what are you doing? Like, I'm at work.
In my YouTube link travels, where you click a link and then click another video and relate it and click, 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 right?
Oh, the rabbit hole of YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen probably more than 5 couples that have had public obliterations over this. Recently, there's one that I thought all of their pranks were fake. Because it was way too, like, it was too on point. Like, you can't always, like, your pranks can't always go through. Like, sometimes it's got to be like, oh, you have a prank, and then the other person sees the camera or sees whatever, and then they backfire on you. Like, they don't have shit like that. Their pranks was always like, they set each other off real fast, and I guess that should have been a sign, right? But like they're nice, they're nice people, and I think I sent you the video. It looked like a fucking hostage video where they're telling their YouTube, like, look,
he's telling his story. She's there crying. Like, she's being forced to do this.
Oh, you know what? Update right now. She has her side of the story video out. I just haven't sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
But
like, yeah, the whole thing, she maybe had like 20 words.
Yeah.
And it's like a 20-minute video. And it's just him talking about, it's unfortunate and, I want you to support her. And I'm like, support her? Like, send her money? Like, what do you mean support her? Like, what do you want to...
Are y'all still doing this? You haven't learned? I always think of, like, the monkeys that see other monkeys eat the red berries, and then one of them throws up or passes out or dies, and they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't eat those red berries."
Yeah.
And by that, I don't mean that the red berries are doing YouTube. No, do YouTube, fine. In this scenario, the red berries are more like, don't introduce that shit into your house.
Yeah.
Like, look, me and you are buddies. We're like friends to the nines, right? We got each other's back. If we were ever to have like a falling out, I'm not gonna come on here and be like, "Hey guys," and we're just boys. Like that's not even a personal thing. Like I'm not talking to Adam no more. That's not even like, oh, I'm telling you some shit. But I wouldn't be like, "Hey," because Adam said this and I said that.
We broke up.
And now we're not doing the thing anymore. No, I'd just be like, all right, where's Adam? Oh, he's not with End of Species no more. Or you'd be like, oh, he's not with End of whatever. And that's it. And that's all it's got to be. You don't have to come out and be like, hey, so I'm not emotionally available. Like I don't want to. I mean, people like me, I'm nosy as fuck, and I don't see you as like I see it as like you're actors in a play, so it doesn't hit me as emotionally, but that's none of my business. I don't need to know all that shit, you know. Another one, there was a video I saw where
you could put out like on your YouTube channel, you could just put out one of those because they have like a paragraph introduction talking about the channels. Like this channel is no like the people involved in this channel are no longer working together. Done. Like it's what's here is here, and that's it.
The channel split up. Adam's new channel is this. Jeff's new channel is that. Boom. I have questions. You don't get questions. You get did you see the paragraph? The paragraph is all you need to know. And so if it was like, but think about it. Think about how much more personal it is. Like, why'd you split with your girl?
Mm-hmm.
None of your fucking, like, what do you want? What are you asking me?
She really liked coffee, and I really liked tea, and we just couldn't agree. And that was the end of it.
And that's never the reason. It's always something personal. Like, I never got over the whatever. No, you don't need to know. But they put it out. But here's one. There's a couple, and I'll talk about kind of the types of couple pranks that I've seen and when I think it's okay, because I still want to see them, right? That's my guilty pleasure. I'm not trying to like nuke the thing that I like to watch and destroy it. I just think that there's a way to do it where you're not ruining your life.
That sounds like a Star Wars fan though. Did you want to nuke the thing that you love to watch?
Yeah. Being a Star Wars fan lately is like being a good Star Wars fan is like being a good Yankees fan, because most Yankees fans are just obnoxious, and it makes it hard to be a Yankee fan. And it's the same thing with Star Wars. It's like you want to be a Star Wars fan, but you reach Star Wars fans and you're like, you're just an asshole. Why are you a dick? Like
stop. It's stop ruining our stuff that we like. Just your bad attitude is why we can't have nice things. Just shut up.
So
shut up.
Dude is in the kitchen, 2 rooms away. Girl is in the living room, 1 room away from the front door. The front door, somebody knocks, and the girl naturally goes to see who it is. When she opens the door, there's a girl there and shouts out, "Hey, are you going to tell her that I'm pregnant?" So now you've introduced a third person where even after, and I'm going to tell you, this actually happens in the video. After the reveal, the question that the girl had, where they go, "Oh, it's just a joke," and this goes on for a while, where the girl's like spazzing, like, "You got some bitch pregnant?" After the reveal, the girl goes, "Oh, it's a prank? Well, how do you two know each other?" Try tap dancing through that one. Like, I went up to this girl and I told her that you're insecure about me cheating, so I brought that information over to her. I introduced that information to a potential enemy, and then I brought her to the house.
A complete and total stranger.
Yeah, and I brought her to our house, our place of peace. Yeah, you don't know her at all, but you got to trust that, whatever I just said is the relationship I have with this girl who came in dressed all like, whatever.
Club style.
Like dressed like she's trying to make somebody jealous type shit. Oh, I just know her from school. Like she, whatever. I just told her to come here and torture your ass because I'm a great husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where I'm gonna split off.
That's a potential instance where someone still might get their throat cut right there.
Yeah.
regardless of whatever the actual explanation is. Like something at that juncture is probably ending.
Yeah,
it might be a life. It might be a relationship.
This is not going to end well.
Yeah.
And the only time that I say it does end well is if you have really good, like Meryl Streep quality acting chops, and you just fake it. If you're going to fake it, right, and you're going to have... Now, either way, you're showing people a room in your house, which is weird. Like, you guys, when I stream, you guys get to see a wall in my house if I'm not using the green screen. But ain't
your house has walls? That's so... I know exactly where you live now.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you one thing that is never going to happen on our streams or podcasts, and I don't care if it costs us subscribers because we don't feel connected to you. You're never going to get a house tour. It's not going to happen. Don't ask for one. If I do an unboxing, I'm going to put up like curtains and shit. I might be in a room that I created out of curtains. I was thinking of doing a PS5 unboxing, but I'm like, I'm not going to show you my office. Do you know that there are people out there that will take... Now, we're not a huge channel, but there are people out there that will take the slightest picture of your whatever and be like, I'm going to look at all the Zillow listings for the last decade and find the picture that matches your house. And they're like, oh, you just got doxxed. Yeah. Congratulations. Nah, you're not seeing my house. If you want to find out where I live, that's a whole different thing, and you want to go that extra mile, I got something for you. But neither here nor there, I'm not giving it to you. That's not going to happen. And these people, it's like, if you fake it, that's fine. You fake the funk, you did the thing, whatever. I'm still seeing a room in your house, but at least you're not ruining like, you're both going in eyes wide open. Like, hey, you tell your girl, like, or your wife, you're like, hey, when you get home, I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to put some women's shoes over here, or I'm going to hide an earring under the bed. But I'm going to set up the camera and I want you to specifically look under the bed when you get there. Just come up with a reason and we'll do a sketch like you caught me with an earring. Matter of fact, let's go buy the earring together. And then you have to act it through because it's not a real surprise. And it's like, it's more like Diggstown. I don't know if you ever saw Diggstown. It's hard to find.
I have no idea what that is.
Diggstown, James Woods, it does this boxing thing, and he has a bet over a boxing match, and the whole idea at the beginning, like, it's con men kind of betting on boxing, and in the beginning of the thing, one of the guys, not James Woods, but the other character, I forget which actor plays him, kind of adjusts his tie and puts a thumbs down, and whoever he's betting against takes a fall because that dude owned the town.
Oh.
So that leads to a punchline later in the movie, but I think about that. I think, like, I'm going to take the fall on this one. I'm going to be the straight man.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. But it's happening. The only pratfall of that is that, the only pitfall there is that maybe you're not a good actor and the audience is in on it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen ones like that where the girl comes home and you're pretending to be in bed with some chick, but she's just laughing through it. Okay, I'm not going to believe you. It's still, like I said, it's still my guilty pleasure. I like watching the Schadenfreude. Like, I like seeing...
We speak German now.
The thing. I did that for someone. But...
Schadenfreude? For a listener?
Yeah, for
We're taking
a
requests
couple
now?
Of listeners. It's just things that enter my head.
But I'm going to have to Google that later.
But it's just... I like seeing people, like, the suffering And it's not like
God,
as long as
that's dark.
but it's not like suffering like physical pain, but it's just like, oh, look at that. I'm in on the gag and you're not in on the gag. If I think it's real, I get uncomfortable quick. Like I become I become a bitch real fast where I'm like, yo, I can't watch this video. Like the video that I sent you with that breakup, it took me like 5 times to try to get through 75% of it. Like I couldn't finish it because the girl's crying the whole time. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I thought it was funny when the dude snuck a panty under the pillow and she's like, are you cheating on me? But she's mad, right? And you don't go from mad to like the now I'm bawling and crying because my relationship is in shambles. That part I don't want to see. I want to see the part where you throw a frying pan at the dude. That part is funny, right? It's hilarious, but like
that's not. Well, it's a shame. Cops is not a thing anymore because that's kind of what happened there.
Yeah, see, Cops and Live PD, they need to bring those back. Forget all the other nonsense. I'll watch. I'll give you ratings. I'll fill out the Nielsen's. Here's a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. What are the chances that you would ever, with your wife, even as a fake gag, do a couple prank and put it on YouTube, TikTok, or anything?
0, -5, -billion. I like not.
All right.
So okay. So wait. So like, we're talking about like negative ones, right? It's not like Christmas and you give them a pair of socks. It's like, oh, Merry Christmas, a pair of socks, and they're like, yeah, those are so that they stay warm in your brand new car, like that kind of shit. Prank. It's the gift isn't socks. It's a fucking car. Like that's different.
See, but that's not even to me. That's not even like like
my wife loves socks for Belle. She's so happy when she gets.
But like to me, that's something that you could see. Like I could do that to you, right? I could be like, "Yo, I got you a present," and the present is like a DVD documentary about squids, and you're like,
"Cool, thanks."
Hey, thanks, man. And the it's like the DVD documentary about squids, or a Blu-ray documentary about squids, and I'm like, yeah, you remember that time you said you like squids?
Yeah.
And you're like, and you want to be polite, so you're like,
I guess I did.
Yeah, I do like squids. You don't give a fuck about squids, but you don't want me to feel bad because I went and got you a Blu-ray. Oh, do you have a Blu-ray player? Actually, no. Well, here's a PS5, and you're like, oh, hey, you got me. Like people do that day to day. I'm talking about like
dirty shit.
I'm just thinking about it like, yo, I'm talking about like, yo, like, oh, we're going to set it up and you're going to go to a friend's house and some girl's going to be there and she going to go in the bathroom, but it's a small house. Uh-huh. She's going to go in the bathroom. You're going to wait 5 minutes and you're going to act like nobody's in the bathroom and like nobody's going to notice. And then you're going to go in the bathroom, except there's a camera in there. So you have insurance showing I'm not doing nothing. Doing that where she's like, did Amanda just go in the bathroom? Did Adam just go in the bathroom? Are they? And then you get out the bathroom and she opens the door and she sees a girl just standing there like with her arms crossed and a smile on her face. Like that. What are the chances that you'll do something like that?
-1 billion.
even as like, you know, your wife is in on it. Kind of thing.
Not happening.
Nah, right?
Yeah.
We're in the same boat. I think we're in the same boat. I'm not even gonna go into scare pranks. I think we see scare pranks on the outline, but the main thing here is this couple prank nonsense. I'm not gonna put the link to this hostage video in the description. You can find my Twitter, and I have that posted on my Twitter. And I felt bad even posting it, but I felt like it was almost like a PSA. I just don't want to like, I don't want to like draw extra attention in that, I want to give you that extra step to go see it. And if you don't want to, that's fine.
You have to make the effort, so it's your fault.
Yeah. That way you're not blaming me. But
we take no responsibility.
Yeah. But having said that, I feel bad for them, and I feel bad for any couple that goes through that. And with that said, I think the point that we're trying to make is, if you're a couple channel out there, it's not worth whatever money you're getting or not getting. It's not worth whatever notoriety or fame you're getting or not getting, especially if this is like a new relationship and you want it to last. If you want to fake it, whatever, fine. But if you're actually doing these types of pranks on your significant other, just stop. It's not going to end well. Trust us.
This also seems like a general, A plus B equals C moment. Like, if I do this enough,
yeah,
someone's going to get pissed or hurt, and like whatever it is I've got going on is going to be done.
You're doing some Pavlov stuff. Conditioning the brain to think
the worst.
Think horses, not zebras, and start thinking cheating and thinking, just thinking negative, and it's not good. It's not good. But having said that, I'm Jeff. You can find me at Zeus and Jeff on a bunch of stuff. I've been changing all of my things so that it says at Zeus and Jeff. But basically, the most things I'm active on are Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, and I'm at Tatooine Hermit. I'm still on Instagram only.
All good.
It might adapt later, but for now, we'll see.
And this has been the End of a Species podcast. We shall see you guys next time.